Well, I've been setting up a couple portable router tables in the shop this week, and I've always been curious about something. I wondered how a router lift would do in a portable table, so I'm finally getting the chance to try this sort of thing. And today I'm looking at the Jessem Rout R Lift 3.5 XT. It's a brand new offering, and I want to see if I can dub it the new lightweight champ, because it is incredibly light, so it may just be perfect for a portable router table, but let's check it out. Well, I just went through the process of leveling up the plate to the table. This one gives you a phenolic plate with plastic inserts, but luckily they're not the snap-in variety. They're kind of a twist lock, so I don't mind those too much. You know, you can spend a whole lot more money if you want to upgrade to a steel or a solid aluminum plate, but that might be an additional $150 for the entire setup. Whereas this one, the price point is lower than other premium lifts. It's about a couple $100, so I think this is going to attract a lot more people to this router lift market. I'll also put a couple video resources for you down below. One on how to make a template for installing a router plate or lift, and a second video on the detailed process to cut that recess. All right, let's get a look at the belly of the beast, see what we're working with here. So the carriage and clamping mechanism are aluminum here, and maybe a little bit less metal mass than some of the master lift versions, but overall this thing is really high quality. And I did check this for flat. Like I said, it's perfectly flat, and one of the reasons for that is this bar that goes across, and that just makes sure that you don't develop a bow in your plate. A single cap screw controls your clamp there, so just loosen that enough to get your motor to drop in. And of course you'll want to position the controls on your router where you'll need them for your specific application, but then just drop that motor down in. I like to do this with the 2.5-inch insert ring in place, and that positions my 1617 router at about the right height where I like it. And then just tighten up the clamp. Okay, we'll drop that down in and install the corner screws, but doesn't that look nice? Just look how high that collet comes up above the table, so super easy bit changes without having to remove the motor at all. Wow, I don't think I've ever had a router lift install go so easy. There's a nice stainless steel starter pin too, a couple different spots where you can locate that if you're not using your fence. Just make sure there's no hang-ups in the direction of feed, and that all feels nice and smooth. Perfect. And no more bent wrenches to pull those bits out. That's going to be really convenient. And just crank it down to set your height and lock the carriage in place. And I can probably get away with a smaller trim ring. I'll go with 1 3/16 for guide bushings. That'll be a perfect fit on this one. So, drops in and then reverse threads. All right, let me show you the fence setup I've been using for my portable router table. It's really a pretty slick little system. And then just a quick word on different options for mounting a fence to your table. This is an aluminum extrusion fence from Trend, and it's one I've used before on Trend's proprietary router table, and I was just so impressed with it that I picked one up for my own. Got nice tall knobs on it, sliding fences. I mean, really, it just checked all the boxes for me. It's got a super sturdy dust port that engages into grooves in the fence extrusion. I guess my only complaint is this bit guard is a little bit wide. It just keeps me from sliding my stock guides in where I'd really want them, so I may swap that out for a little smaller version. And typically you'll see a fence just mounted with simple T-track, and that does work okay, I guess, but I've never trusted it quite as much as just through slots. So I make these keyhole shaped slots. They go all the way through the table and just attach with your tall router knobs and 5/16-inch carriage bolts. Just gives you a rock solid connection. Perfectly smooth cuts, looks good to me. So that got me thinking a little bit, you know, how much does a standard router plate weigh plus a fixed base that may have come with your router? So this new router lift comes in just around 5 pounds, but a phenolic plate plus typical base is 4 pounds 11 ounces, so really not that much different. Okay, after trying this out for a bit, am I ready to crown this the new lightweight champ of router lifts? Yeah, I think I am. This one is really working well for me, And it's one of the few router lifts that really works well in a portable table for me, just because I have other lifts that weigh up to 15 pounds, which, you know, heaviness is mass, is stability. That's great for a large router table, but this one could go in either and do double duty, so might have the advantage there. Anyway, I'll have links for you down in the description box. If you're shopping for a new router lift, please do hit me with a quick thumbs up and subscribe to The Thoughtful Woodworker. I greatly appreciate it.